In a small village nestled between rolling hills and bamboo forests lived Hua Mulan with her elderly father, Hua Hu, mother Hua Li, and young brother Hua Yong. The village was peaceful, with farmers tending their rice fields and merchants selling goods in the town square, while other girls her age learned embroidery and cooking, preparing to become proper wives. Mulan was different. She secretly practiced fighting with a wooden staff behind her house, dreaming of being a warrior. Her mother would sigh with worry, but her father saw a fierce spirit in his daughter that reminded him of his own youth as a soldier. One autumn day, the sound of drums echoed through the village square. An imperial messenger arrived on horseback. His voice rang out.
The Xiongnu have invaded our northern borders. The Emperor commands that one man from every family must join the army to defend our land.
Mulan's heart sank as she saw her father's name on the conscription list. That evening, Hua Hu tried polishing his old armor from his younger days, but his hands trembled with age and illness. He could barely lift his sword without coughing, and Mulan knew he would never survive the harsh journey, let alone the battlefield.
Father, you cannot go. You'll never survive the march north. Please, there must be another way.
I have no choice, my daughter. Our family's honor depends on it. I must go, even if it costs me my life.
Then let me take your place.
Mulan, no! This is madness! If they discover you're a woman, you'll be executed! I cannot allow this!
But Mulan had already made her decision. That night, while her family slept peacefully, she took her father's sword and cut her long black hair. Binding her chest tightly, she dressed in his old armor and took the conscription notice. Before dawn broke over the mountains, she slipped away on their old horse, leaving only a note behind. Father, I go to protect our family's honor and keep you safe. Your loving daughter, Mulan. She would call herself Hua Jun from now on. The journey to the military camp took many days. Mulan kept her head down, practiced deepening her voice, and walked with broader, more masculine steps. She joined hundreds of other nervous recruits, all young men preparing for war. The camp was intimidating. Rows of tents, soldiers training everywhere, and the constant sound of weapons clashing. At the military camp, General Li Guang, a legendary commander known for his strictness and military genius, trained them brutally from sunrise to sunset.
You are weak! Soft! The Xiongnu will destroy you like paper in fire!
He shouted as they ran endless drills. The training was exhausting. They practiced sword fighting, archery, horseback riding, and military formations. Mulan worked harder than anyone, not just to keep up, but to prove herself worthy. She had to hide her identity carefully, avoiding the bathing areas, volunteering for night watch duties, and keeping some distance from the other soldiers. During sword training one afternoon, she met Li Liang, a tall and strong but clumsy recruit who kept tripping over his own feet. As they sparred,
Shift your weight back to your rear leg, and keep your knees bent for better balance.
You're really good. What's your name, friend?
Hua Jun.
And you have strength, but you need to work on your footwork and technique.
From that day forward, they became close friends, eating meals side by side. Li Liang would share stories about his family's farm and his dreams of returning home as a hero. Mulan, being careful with her words, spoke of her village and her desire to make her family proud. They fought side by side through training, learning each other's fighting styles and becoming an effective team. After many months of grueling preparation, the army finally marched north toward the battlefront. The landscape changed dramatically. The gentle hills gave way to harsh, jagged mountains and treacherous passes. Scouts brought news that a massive Xiongnu force was approaching through a mountain corridor. The night before battle, Mulan couldn't sleep, thinking of her family and wondering if she would survive to see them again. The first battle erupted at dawn with terrifying intensity. It was complete chaos. The thunder of horses' hooves, arrows filling the sky like deadly rain, and warriors screaming battle cry. The metallic smell of blood filled the air. Mulan's heart pounded, but her training took over. She moved through the battlefield with precision and grace, blocking attacks and striking back. From months of practice, saving each other's lives repeatedly as they had promised. But despite their courage and skill, the Xiongnu forces were overwhelming. There seemed to be endless waves of enemy warriors. The Imperial army was being pushed back steadily toward the mountains, and soldiers were falling everywhere. General Li Guang tried to rally the troops, but exhaustion and fear were setting in. Defeat seemed inevitable. During a brief pause in the fighting, Mulan's sharp eyes noticed something crucial. The enemy had positioned their main force directly beneath a steep mountain slope that was heavy with snow from recent storms. The snow looked unstable, ready to collapse with the right trigger. An idea formed in her mind, dangerous but potentially their only hope.
General Li Guang!
Mulan called out, running through the scattered troops to reach the commander.
I see a way to defeat them. If we can trigger an avalanche on that ridge, we can bury the entire Xiongnu army.
The general looked at the slope, then back at Mulan with skeptical eyes.
It's far too dangerous, soldier. We'd have to get close enough to fire a cannon, and the Xiongnu archers would kill anyone who tried. It's a suicide mission.
Then I'll do it. I'm fast. It's our only chance, General.
Li Liang grabbed her arm.
That's absolute suicide. Let me go instead.
You're needed here with the main force. I can do this.
She looked at General Li Guang with determination in her eyes.
Go then, soldier. May the ancestors watch over you and guide your aim.
Mulan grabbed a heavy cannon and began running toward the ridge at full speed. Arrows whistled past her head, some so close she could feel the wind from them. Her legs burned with effort as she climbed the rocky slope, the weight of the iron barrel pressing hard against her shoulder. She could hear Li Liang shouting behind her, following to provide covering fire and protection. Several arrows hit the rocks near her feet, but she kept climbing, focused entirely on reaching the right position. Finally, gasping for breath, she reached the optimal firing position. Her hands shook as she aimed carefully at the snow-packed mountainside above the Xiongnu army. She took a deep breath, steadied her hands, and fired. The cannon fired with a thunderous roar. Its blazing shot streaked through the air and slammed into the mountainside with a deafening boom. For a terrifying moment, nothing happened. Then, with a terrible, earth-shaking rumble that seemed to come from deep within the mountain itself, the entire mountain face began to collapse. "Run! Run now!" Li Liang screamed, pulling Mulan back as the massive avalanche roared down the slope like an angry white dragon. Thousands of tons of snow, ice, and rock cascaded down, swallowing the Xiongnu army in a devastating wave. The sound was deafening, drowning out everything else. But Mulan was caught at the very edge of the disaster. The force and wind from the avalanche knocked her violently down the slope, and her head struck hard against a sharp rock. Everything went black, and she knew nothing more. When Mulan finally woke, she found herself lying on a cot in the medical tent. Her head throbbed with intense pain, and she felt dizzy and confused. Then horror washed over her. She realized her armor had been removed to treat a bleeding wound on her shoulder. A physician stood nearby.
Your secret is safe with me, young woman.
He whispered
You
softly.
saved this entire army with your bravery and quick thinking. That is all that matters to me.
What will happen to me, honored physician?
For now, rest and heal. General Li Guang does not know your secret, and I will make sure it stays that way.
Over the following weeks, as her wounds healed and the army pursued the remaining scattered Xiongnu forces, Mulan fought with even greater determination and skill. The final great battle came at the Xiongnu stronghold, a fortress built into the mountainside. The enemy made their desperate last stand there. Mulan and Li Liang volunteered to lead a small elite unit that would infiltrate the fortress through a secret passage while the main army attacked from the front, dividing the enemy's attention. Inside the dark, cold corridors of the fortress, they fought their way to the throne room. There they confronted Shan Yu himself, the fierce Xiongnu leader. He was a massive warrior, skilled and powerful. The battle was intense and brutal, with Shan Yu nearly defeating them several times. But working perfectly together, combining their skills and covering each other's weaknesses, Mulan finally managed to defeat him. With their leader fallen, the remaining Xiongnu forces surrendered, and the invasion was finally ended. China was saved.
Welcome home, Mulan. You have brought honor to us all.
We are so proud of you, Mulan.